Okay, this is an introductory to warrior senses, sort of what they are and what they do. It's a skill that Solek picks up during the Alone quest near the beginning of the DLC. It enters him into a sort of blood rage and the screen goes red, and his damage output is massively increased for a short time. You can use it whenever you want as long as your meter is full. I like to use it when I'm feeling outnumbered and overwhelmed, or there's just like too many of them and I broke stealth and now I need to get out of it. Just trigger that and then mow everybody down. There are skills that you can activate that will make it last longer, such as Warrior Senses 1 is plus 3 seconds, and Warrior Senses 2 is another 3 seconds for a total of 6 between them. There are also other skills that, let's see, fills part of the sense when you're badly injured. It'll restore your health. Game snap aim for short bow if you want to use that during it, or fills warrior senses faster when performing finisher. So if you find yourself using warrior senses, you might prioritize the warrior senses skills over some of the others. That's dependent fully on your own playstyle and how that sort of works for you. And then there are also recipes that can give you a buff that will give you the Invigoration Buff. It immediately fills your Warrior Senses bar. If you've ever hit restart checkpoint, you might notice that your Warrior Senses bar starts empty. So you might want to fill that up right away before you go into something. So there's a couple of different recipes that will give you invigoration, and I will put a link to the recipe video, and in my Google workbook, the link is in the description. That has all 25 recipes, what they make, the buff they give, and all that stuff. So you can check out the Google workbook as well if you want to take food with you to refill so that you can use it again. The invigoration food buff is going to help you more early on because you won't have as many skills open. So if you want to make the buff, then you can trigger it over and over again in a way that you can do without needing the skills to help fill the bar faster. Okay, so you know that your meter is full when it's flashing like that. Why it's not a complete circle to be a little more obvious that it's ready to go, I don't know, because I haven't seen a skill that gives you that much more of it, but maybe down the road, maybe that's why. But you can see it flashing. That's how you know that, yeah, you have the whole thing full and it's ready to go. Now, they're pretty spread out in here, so I'm going to do a little bit of running around to try to activate them and sort of get them more grouped together, so it's going to be a little chaotic to start. We're going to start with the assault rifle and my heavy bow with shellbreaker. When you reach family ties, you will be rewarded with an explosive heavy bow, which has grenade arrows on it. It's a really nice bow, especially for the amps that are armored. But until you get that, using just regular grenades with an L1 works really well too, and you can always fill up your grenades with explosive grenades or incendiary grenades or shock grenades, but I don't usually use those with this kind of thing. There are boxes of those in Solek's camp, so if you're ever running low and you just can't find any out in the field, just stop by Solek's camp. When you walk in, it's over on the right before where he hangs up all his extra gear and weapons and stuff like that. So you can always have 5 grenades on you. I only have 3, but that's okay. But we'll be using those. And then I'm going to switch to... Actually, I'm going to do assault rifle and short bow for like some of the humans. And the dogs. There are ambusher dogs here, so they'll be good for ambusher dogs. And then the last thing is he runs faster when your weapon is holstered. So on PlayStation, you switch between weapons... Hang on, let's do short bow and assault rifle. So you switch between weapons with triangle. If you hold down triangle, he'll holster his weapon. He'll run faster that way. So I'll leave it out to begin with, and then we'll switch over and you'll see how much faster sort of he is. when everything's holstered. So you should get in the habit of holstering your weapon when you're hauling ass through things, because he will move faster. Obviously pull it out when you need it, but when you don't need it and you're just changing positions, go ahead and holster. Oh no, I'm so used to running with it holstered. Okay, so there's that. See, he runs faster. We're going to do a little bit of a lap. Go away, breacher. I hate breachers. I didn't realize that was a breacher. Alright. You can see how it just mows people down. Warrior Senses is really nice for that. Alright, the meter is running out a little bit. Go, go, go. And the meter is gone. So you can see how less damage he does. He still does damage with the assault rifle, but it's not quite as much as he does when the warrior senses are active. We can go ahead and we'll get a few more people to show up. I should have let that guy call for backup. Let me go activate these guys. There we go. I don't actually want to kill him. I want to... There we go. Get them started. Put that away. You can run a little faster. So I'm going to go ahead and eat. I'm going to pop in here real quick. And I'm going to fill my warrior senses bar. So I can have it again. Ah, water. Alright, warrior bar is empty again. Mainly because there was nobody around to keep it filled. But there's sort of an introduction into warrior senses. And I'll probably tack on some additional... I'll tack on some additional clips at the end, just from other things. So you can see a little more of... Because I really didn't do any finishers or anything like that on this, because I was too busy talking, so I didn't think about it. But you'll be able to see some of those fun things too. So there you go.